Welcome back everyone to Sunday Night Lights. Last week in Daytona, our points leader returned to victory lane and extended his points lead over Bryan Sawyer. This week we start our two endurance rounds portion of our schedule at Wild West Motorsports Park. We have seen these styles of races shake up the points and see new drivers emerge to the front. Will our title protagonist find victory lane, or will someone else steal their way to the top step of the podium? Stay tuned for some Sunday Night Lights action.
Our venue for this evening is the virtual Wild West Motorsports Park. Opened in 2012, North American Simulated Auto Racing started visiting this circuit in 2020A. At 1.5 miles in length and 4 corners, 3 to the left and 1 to the right, on paper it's simple, but in reality it's not. The lap begins with a triumphant leap up the hill towards turn 1, very wide and plenty of room to make a move. Down the hill over a couple of jumps gives us the same scenario in turn 2 as we slalom to the banked turn 3. Over a few more jumps down to turn 4, and with a bump before corner entry, expect our drivers to be flying through the air sideways to make the corner with precision. Exiting the corner and heading towards the start-finish line, back to that massive jump to begin another lap here in Nevada.
Thank you, Virtual Josh, for our track walk tonight. Our format for NASA Rallycross Lights is as follows. 16 cars will be split into 4 heat races, 5 laps apiece. The top 2 from each heat race will transfer to the feature. Winner will get 3 bonus points, and the runner-up will get 2. Unique to NASA Rallycross is our endurance rounds. These are more your typical style circuits. These style of rounds are usually done on either the truck tracks or the road courses. The rest of our competitors will be funneled into 2 semifinals, 5 laps. Those winners will also receive 1 bonus point. This sets the grid for a 10-car, 10-lap feature, where the points are awarded and the trophies are handed out. The 7th round of NASA Rallycross Lights begins tonight with Victor Vallee in the production truck. My name is Cody Erdmann, alongside James Watson. Up in the commentary box, we welcome you to Wild West. Our coverage all season on ASN is brought to you by NordVPN. NordVPN, your gateway to online freedom and security. Protect your digital privacy with military-grade encryption, browse the web anonymously, and access your favorite content from anywhere in the world. Receive 63% off a 2-year plan at nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. Also, our cameras for the entire night are provided by TrackCams22.com. And finally, our intro music is produced by our own Alex Abetti. So we are here in beautiful Wild West Motorsports Park. James, how are we doing tonight? What are we thinking? What our first endurance round is going to bring to us?
Mass chaos and never-ending forms of it. Man, I love Wild West, but man, this track, it just promotes the chaos. You know, it's got one of the hardest turn ones I feel in jumpy truck tracks, at least on iRacing. You know, that long hairpin going up the hill, it's so inviting for the dive bombs. Even if you're not necessarily trying to dive bomb, it's still easy to just overshoot your braking just a little bit and just slide into everyone. Typically, you're going to see the turn 1, lap 1 be a bit of a dumpster fire. Right, I have faith in the skill level of the guys we have out here that it's still going to be pretty good and pretty clean, all things considered.
As we're quickly looking at our points here, offense about to start off. Yeah, Josh Mertz has 142 points and Bryan Sawyer 116. So got a decent gap here going on. And then Josh Clog is 104. Medicro behind him at 85. So definitely Josh has got a little bit of a buffer there to work with just in case something kind of crazy happens, which, not going to lie, looking through the practice times at least, Josh was pretty far down the order. I don't know if he just didn't get a clean lap, so we'll have to keep an eye on him here in qualifying to see if he jumps back up to try to get those bonus points. One thing we've seen over the years, bonus points, especially at the end of the season, really come into play. Especially if you're in a 2 to 5 point battle. A heat wins 3 points, so that could be a big swing. So got to keep in mind of trying to get every bonus point you can.
Yeah, we've seen it so much in World Motorsport. How many times championship battles have come down to 1 point, 2 points, or even tiebreakers. You never want to be at the end of the season being on the outside looking in and going, man, if I just literally had 1 more point, I'd be a champion right now. So you gotta get at everything you can get at, frankly, any point you can.
That honestly happened with Josh and I back in the Pioneer days on NR. Literally was tied coming into it, and white flag, I almost jumped on top of him. It was that tight of a battle, and yeah, like you said, 1 bonus point if I would have gotten earlier in the season or something. I believe I had the tiebreaker win, so if anything would have happened that way, I would have been able to win the title. But Josh just got me just by 1 point. So kind of qualifying times are rolling in here. Bryan Sawyer P2 in the points, sitting TQ with a 49.4, and then Tom Grady and Eric Kaplinger. The 3 teammates are all 1, 2, 3. They really got their stuff here for the Nerds round.
Yeah, you got 3 in the pink cars. That's a really interesting lineup. We used to just having Bryan and Eric, but now you got Tom Grady out there. Talked to Bryan about it a couple days ago, and he said, yeah, he felt like bringing in a ringer for this one.
Yeah, and it's definitely working. Because now, yeah, Sawyer and Keplinger, they jumped up to 49.1s. And then now Josh Clog, Marcus Palacio. So kind of our usual front runners here. And then yeah, Tom, the new guy on the block, putting himself involved. Mertz has not laid down a qualifying time. I don't know what that's about. So we're having a little bit of technical difficulties there with the ticker. Is now, yeah, but it's a little on and off in the refresh.
The ticker don't want to tick.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Thank you, everyone, for a little bit of quick technical refresh. Should be all good here for heat number 1. As we got Tom Grady, Josh Clogg, and Joey Merced, and Dan Carrito are 4. Also fun here, we have rolling starts. So, not the typical standing starts that we normally do.
I'm not entirely sure if that's less dangerous or more dangerous than standing starts. I kind of want to say it's more.
Yeah, it could be a little bit more because you can kind of anticipate the start. As here we go. Speaking of it, off down it, or up into turn 1, going up the big hill here.
Ooh, oh
Grady.
my goodness! Oh, yep, there it is. Oh.
A little bit of beating and banging there. Looks like Josh Clogg will be out to our lead.
Oh my God!
Speaking of, I thought Clogg was going to turn around there.
It just, man, like both corners, the leader just turned in a little too early and just stuffed it into the inside wall. Well, thankfully that they didn't grip and all the contact from behind just kind of pushed them forward. If this was the trucks, they'd be stuck on the wall, they're flipping, people be crying, it's all types of bad.
Guys, our pole setter for this heat race is all the way back to P4 right now. Dan Joy Merced. And right now in the transfer spot, Josh Clogg and Dan Carrito. They've kind of gapped the two of them back there. Oh, a little contact. Grady off into the wall.
Yeah, you wonder if he got some steering damage. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. About a million double entendres I could use for that.
It could be possible. We do have breaking the fourth wall here a tiny bit. We do have damage because of the jumps would absolutely destroy these cars as they're not used to sending it this far. So damage kind of refreshes itself, but it does. You do have a little bit of damage for a short period of time, so definitely could have turned them from that little bit of incidents. Battles for P3, it seems like. First and second are running away.
I don't know. They're starting to reel in the last transfer spot just a little bit. The gap was a lot bigger than what it was a lap ago.
So yeah, Clogg's running the fastest with a 49.2. And then Carrito ran a 50.5. Joey was a 50.7, and then Tom was a 51. Let's see what they are this time by.
And there goes Tom. Oop. Yeah. We're set. Little bit of contact.
He's able to. The white here. Let's see if Tom can reel in Dan. Tom was a 10th quicker that last lap. Let's see what he was this lap. He's taking the white. Josh Clogg with a 49.3. 50.2 and a 49.8, so definitely got the pace to do it. Working their way through the right-hander, now back left up the hill, down the back straightaway. I think Grady's just a little bit too far behind him.
Yeah, I think maybe another lap or two he'd get him.
As coming down the hill, it's win heat race number 1, Josh Clogg at 3 points. And then Dan Corretto moves on with Tom Grady and Joey Merced. Them two will move on to the LCQs. On to heat number 2 here. Brian Sawyer,
Hi, Marco.
Marcus Palacio, David Doothwaite, and Jake Robichaux will be our
Come
four.
in. Back. Hello.
If anything, it's gonna be like the last heat race. Turn 1 is going to be the entertainment.
Yep.
As that's kind of what my thought was going to be. They're going to be kind of bouncing into each other. It's such a tight corner, and you want to make sure you get that run for down that hill. So
Yeah, and like as we saw, the contact wasn't even from dive bombs. It was just misjudging the turning point just a little too quickly, and that causing the mass chaos.
we are green here for heat race number 2. Up the hill we go. Let's see who can get the edge. Palacio's swinging it way wide. Same with Robichaux. Sawyer's hugging that Armco barrier on the inside.
Yeah, he nailed T1, but he's free to pull away now.
See if Robichaux's got anything here for Palacio. Top 2 are already trying to separate themselves a little bit here. We could see a pretty good battle here as Palacio got 2 feature wins on the season. I believe Sawyer has not gotten one yet, so I wonder if Sawyer's going to try to set himself up very well here. Super good. Bryan's got that turn 1 just locked down.
Yeah, you can see him eke out just a bit of a gap at Marcos.
It seems like he's using the e-brake a little bit on these hairpins. Some we don't really use much on the rallycross side. Like we only use them in I think a couple corners on all the circuits. So
Yeah, I thought that was
something to keep-
ridiculed in NASA.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a very odd thing to do, but hey, he's the fast one here.
I can only get these things to rotate with the handbrake. But as we're well aware, it's a massive skill issue for me.
It's a very tricky thing, honestly, in these cars to get these things to rotate and rotate predictably. Because one time you can throw it in the corner and it works perfectly, and then the next time it does half the things you want. At least for me. So
Yeah.
working off the back here of Palacio. As you were going to say, James?
Yeah, when it comes to the fixed setups, because if it's open, I prefer to have the brake bias as far back as I can so I can get that rotation. But when it's a fixed setup such as this, I have to use the e-brake because the way I brake, it just makes me go straight on. So the only way for me to get any sort of rear rotation is if I'm putting some e-brake into it.
Yeah. No. Oh, Bryan on the wall. Oh, Palacio gets caught up too. This is gonna let Robichaux come into the picture. Unfortunately, Robichaux are just way too far behind. Because them two made contact before, so what could have been a capitalization move is unfortunately just not there close enough to jump on the opportunity.
Yeah. It's just so easy to do that. You're having to turn in so close to these walls, and these walls will get you. But especially the walls on the inside of 1 and 2, because you can see they're kind of at a point. It's not like a flush circle, so it's a lot easier to nail it when you're turning into turn 2, especially being on the left side of the car and not having as good depth perception as opposed to going through turns 1 and 3.
Absolutely, as we come up the hill. Down the back straightaway on the white flag lap here. Got Palacio rounding the final corner. Swinging out for that late apex to get the drive down the hill. Heat race 2 winner will be Marcus Palacio. Bryan Sawyer will be P number 2. Moving on to the feature. Jake Robichaux and David Duthwaite will be going down to the LCQs. So, 2 heats in, 2 more to go. So we got heat number 3. Eric Kaplinger, Jess Rakowski, Josh Mertz, and Eric Dubois. As I see, our lovely tickers and timing of the scoring is all back working. So, kind of make sure we get all the max information to you fans as possible. Keep you up to date on what's going on here. So, yeah, a little bit of an odd situation here for Josh being on row 2. And the second of his team cars, to be honest. So, we'll keep an eye on that here, see if there's any team orders possibly. I don't think there will be with Josh. His green flag here in heat number 3. Mertz is pushing Kaplinger up the hill.
Oh boy. Oh, is he looking? Oh, he was looking, but he backs out of it.
Rakowski's super wide there.
Yeah, Mertz is able to. Wow, she fell all the way. She almost fell down to last place. Good gracious.
Oh, Mertz!
Oh my goodness!
Just like Bryan Sawyer. And Rakowski waited for him.
That is.
Like
yeah, I think she hit the wall too.
Seemed like it there, so we got a 3-car battle for that final transfer spot. Kaplinger just ran away now.
Yeah, that was music to his eyes, looking up in his mirror, seeing all that.
So, yeah, just Mertz is just having kind of an off night here. We'll see if he can right the tides here. Ooh, a little bit cross up there on the landing.
Oh,
the wall again.
He kissed it. He kissed it.
Is Rakowski looking up there? Will be the outside of the turn 3 here, or turn 2, sorry. As we see, Mertz doesn't use the e-brake there really, so he's just kind of using the natural flick of the car.
Oh, Dubois, serious contact with the inside wall.
I noticed there, Mertz started running the outside line there. Wonder if that's something he might have found. We're on board here. Rakowski trying to chase down her team owner and the points leaders of Josh Mertz. Kaplinger was second faster almost than these two behind him.
Yeah, he's keeping a good, consistent pace so far. Just did not get through turn 2 well. She almost kind of straight-lined it. Oh, but what a comeback.
Yeah, that outside line from Mertz, I don't...
It's not working.
No, I don't... It's not working, but...
Because he had a big gap. He had a big gap on her and lost it immediately doing that.
Kaplinger sets fast lap of 4.94. Mertz with a 50 flat, and Rakowski a 49 or a 50.1.
Look about even this time.
Oh, Dubois is around. He's in the wall now. So I think he'll be moving on to the LCQ now, unless something crazy happens. Coming down the hill for the white flag is Eric Kaplinger. He's got a massive 7.5 second lead here. keep the eyes on P2 in the transfer battle. Mertz ran a 49.8 there, so he's picking up a little bit of speed. Getting in his rhythm now.
Yeah, much better through turn 1 that time.
This Kaplinger did run a little 0.2 quicker, but nothing too. That 0.2 Mertz can definitely find us. Rounding the final corner, coming down the hill. Eric Kaplinger will be our heat race number 3 winner. Getting 3 bonus points. And Mertz getting 2 bonus points and moving on to the feature.
Super fast, Eric. Good run.
And then his teammate Jess Rakowski and Eric Dubois will be moving on to the LCQs. So, crisis averted a little bit there for Mertz.
Well done.
He's making it onto the feature.
Yeah, like you're gonna have
Even if I didn't
races
kill the wall, I had
where
nothing for it.
you
I
don't
don't
have it.
understand
You're not running at your best at running in a position that you're normally used to. So what really sets the champions from the chumps is being able to recognize when it's one of those weeks and being able to just get the most you can out of that performance, out of that week.
Absolutely, as we have Heat 4 here lined up for us. Devin Hughes, Ed Boyles Jr., JP DeFino, and Robbie Kirtley. And yeah, those days like today are the days that what really win you a title. It's not the days that you win for. Obviously, it helps, but when you go into damage control and try to make the most out of a subpar day, like kind of what it seems like for Mertz at the moment going on. I think this is the farthest back he has started all season long in a feature. So we'll have to watch what he does here, see if he can salvage a good points day for him. He's coming down the hill. Hughes and Boyles are front 2. As Green is out for Heat 4. See if we can punch their ticket into the feature. Boyles to the outside line. DeFino jumps up to P2. Oop. Boyles got the run now up the inside of DeFino here.
Gonna keep it there? No, he backs out.
Backed out for a second.
Ooh, he
just
clipped the
wall.
inside wall hard.
As Devin Hughes is able to take the lead and pull out a little bit of a gap. Up the hill for the first time. As DeFino's trying to separate himself.
Oh no!
Boyles off.
Oh no! Oh man! Oh goodness! What in the world?
As Boyles starts, yep, like I was saying, once it fixes itself, it's fine. But as we saw there, he had to kind of wait for the car to fix itself. As DeFino sends it on Hughes there.
I wonder if he had some sort of wheel issue momentarily, because the fact that it just went so far left and stayed left, that's a controller disconnected pop-up.
That very well could be, as we saw last season at, what was that? Spark River with Evan McFarland in the supercar race. His wheel overheated and he just hooked a hard left. He's wheel problem, so that very well could be. As we got a battle for the heat win. Is DeFino a little bit quicker than Hughes? 0.2 quicker, to be exact.
Yeah, he's keeping him honest. He's making Devin sweat.
This Kirtley ran within the same 10th as our leader, so top 3 running very consistent lap times to each other. As we got Hughes here coming down, we got 2 to go. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Bo Albert also had equipment failure here. These endurance rounds, endurance on our equipment more than anything. See, he had to fix the brake pedal. A little rough on equipment on these kind of rounds. As Hughes tried gassing it up there. Oh, Curly into the wall. On the inside wall there. That seems to be the tricky point of not turning in too hard and catching that inside barrier.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, right at the beginning of it, if you look closely, you can see the wall kind of juts out as a point. And so it's very easy to just catch a fender, catch a tire on it, and just ruins your day. Because you can't quite take a wide because here you see you take a wide apex and you can see the wall kind of juts inward on the exit, so you can kind of see where that begins and aim for it. Here you have to turn in early because of the jump, and because of that you're pointing straight at that little point in the wall that juts out. So it's so much easier to clip it, hit there. And turn 3, it's such a long sweeper that's actually perfectly round. You're not even really thinking or worried about catching the inside wall.
As we come down the hill here for the checkered flag, Devin Hughes picks up heat race number 4 win. JP DeFino move on to the feature. Robbie Kirtley and Ed Boyles Jr. will be moving on to our LCQs, which will be up here just in a few moments.
Let's go, Devin.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be one of the key things, is keeping your car out of the wall, especially the inside ones.
I forgot the Joker.
They're trying to find every little bit of extra grip possible, and it seems like that's one of the places. So, got to run that fine line. As our first LCQ, Tom Grady, Jess Rakowski, Joey Merced, and Eric Dubois. A reminder: only one car makes it through here, so we'll be sending some pretty fast cars home. As two of Josh Mertz's teammates of the JC Sim Sports squad of Rakowski and Merced. As the top 3 in constructors here. All in the LCQ here.
There I go, full regalia. Major championship implications!
For the team points, for sure. As we are green here for LCQ number 1. See if anything too chaotic happens.
Whoa.
Wide is Grady, some Merced up the left side. Grady got a little bit of a better run down the hill. See what happens here. Ooh.
Oh.
Dubois a little bit into Merced there. Rakowski was able to capitalize on that. I think Merced knew that was going to happen, so I think he set up a crossover.
Dubois clobbered the inside wall. Got a little bicycle action.
That shipped him off a little bit wide. Rakowski running wide after bouncing off the jumps there. Leader of lap number 1 will be Tom Grady. Working off the back bumper of him here. Pretty good run by the top 3 through that turn 1.
Yeah, Mercedes kind of kissed it. You could see a little bit of smoke in the distance.
Notice that the 2 JC Sim Sport cars, they're starting to use the e-brake there going in that corner, so wonder if they saw what Bryan Sawyer did. As this seems like Sawyer, seems like he's using it, so seems like that's a little bit of a faster way. It's just kind of ripping that e-brake a little bit to get the car to rotate. It's halfway through the heat race here. Or the LCQ, sorry. This the two JC Simsport cars seem to separate themselves a little bit here. Everyone's kind of in their comfy rhythm here. Kowski was actually a 10th quicker on Grady that last lap.
Yeah, she's ever slowly reeling him in.
Oop, Dubois must have clipped that wall again. I just kind of caught him swinging wide, so definitely pushing it. Let's check on lap times here. 49.5 to a 49.9 that time, so Grady was able to pull that lead back out a little bit. Joey with a 50.4. We got some pretty even separation, about a second between the top three cars here.
Yeah, but as we see, it doesn't take much to make a mistake.
Absolutely not. One little clip of a barrier or even just landing off a jump wrong. We saw Rakowski there run way wide, just as like I was saying. Just land a little bit wrong and it just skips your car out the wrong direction. Final time through turn one here.
Yeah, the JC Simsport cars are catching each other. Whoa!
We're still looking up the inside.
Oh,
He just clipped that wall.
Oh man, and he almost took her with him.
Seems to be the moral of the story tonight. Don't be clipping the walls, especially when you're trying to capitalize on a situation.
He can become pinballs really quickly.
You can get all excited and be like, oh, I'll capitalize, and nope. As Tom Grady will move on to the feature.
Oh, she hits the wall!
Is Rakowski.
Drag race!
She was able to hold on to P2, be the first one out, so that'll be P11 overall. And then Jordan Marcel will be P13. And Eric Dubois, P15.
We're resetting for feature, right?
One of the LCQs now.
Yes.
LCQ number 2
Jake,
here.
I need you to do that without Maddie here, please. For warm up and for the feature. Thank you.
So Jake Robichaux, Robbie Kirtley, David Duthwaite, and Ed Boyles Jr. So we got another Slapex car and 2 of the Warrior cars. Got any expectations on this one, James?
Honestly, no. This one's pretty wide open. That's the thing. You kind of can't really make a prediction on who's gonna make it. To me, they're all kind of fairly close together in pace.
That was exactly my thought here. Is we take the green for LCQ number 2. Robichaux with a really good jump off the start. Swinging wide to get the late apex. Ooh. Curley ran wide. That give Boyles room to jump into P2 or deep. Wait, sorry. Gotta love it when there's matching cars.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the Warrior or Watson cars apart.
So we got 4 cars under a blanket. Robichaux runs wide there. That gives the inside door to Duthwaite. Duthwaite not close enough to capitalize. Ooh.
Oh no!
Duthwaite on the berm.
Oh,
They'll give P2 to Boyles.
that's heartbreaking. Just got too much on the berm and the left front just hooked him around.
Ooh.
Wow.
That was close.
Yeah, Kirtley was
Kirtley.
not expecting that
No.
that line.
No, he could have absolutely T-boned Boyles there. As Kirtley runs wide and lets Duthwaite on the right side of him. Now they're going to be door to door.
Yeah, Dave's on the comeback trail. Whoop. Ooh, crossover.
Ooh. off the front bumper a little bit.
I don't know. That might have been. I think Robbie's protecting the real estate there on the inside.
A little bit as Boyles pull up to the back bumper of Robichaux here. So we have a battle for the win in the transfer spot.
Yeah, like Ed had good pace. Bill, there he is.
Robichaux ran a little bit wider there, but able to got the run down the corner, or down the straightaway there. Again, wide corner. Oh, and Boyles inside wall.
Inside. Oh. Just a glancing blow though, but man, he would have had a great run.
Robichaux clipped that inside wall there.
Oh,
door to door here.
Oh, it's so hard to go side by side. The jumps going down into the downhill corner just unsettles the car so much. Ooh, he clipped firm. Ooh. Oh.
Close racing here by these two. See if Robichaux's got anything for him up into turn 1. 2 to go here. Looking off the back bumper.
Oh. Oh, you cannot get closer, folks.
Couldn't even split a credit card between them two.
Yeah.
Contact.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we have 4 cars in the parking lot. As Kirtley's able to squeeze through, and he waits. I think Robbie was like, I don't know what to do.
I have no clue.
We had all 4 cars.
Robbie, why are you slowing down, dude? What are you doing?
I think so. I don't think we have Curly waiting on Doothwaite here. He might be. He ran wide.
I am lost on what's happening. Like, is it good sportsmanship? Is it I am confused.
His Boyle seems to be a little bit frustrated on what happens. He parks it for the evening.
Side by side.
We have a battle here, Doothwaite and Kirtley for the transfer spot here. Kirtley clipped the wall there, but he shut the door.
Yeah, and Dave gave him a little shot in the shorts.
See if Doothwaite will try to do. Ooh. Really
Robbie's all over. Oh, he's going to have the momentum, though.
Yep. And Robbie Kirtley gets the win and moves on after a chaotic last 2 laps. David Doothwaite, first one out. Jake Robichaux. And then Ed Boyles Jr. So our heats and semifinals are all wrapped up.
I was just going to wait. All 3 of them were deep.
Let's see who will walk away with the win tonight. But first, here's a message from our sponsors.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Romain Rateau has led all evening long, but Schofield to the inside, and he makes it stick. Funny story about Bryan Sawyer. He showed up to the track 5 minutes ago with 0 practice, and each lap increasing in pace for the man from Wisconsin. Mertz deep on the brakes in the 812, clobbering the curve to get by Olivier Rateau. Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Turn 1, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn 1, up Eddie to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. Grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going with his spot.
We welcome you back to round 7 of NASA Rallycross Lights here in Wild West. Once again with Victor Vallee in production truck. My name is Cody Erdmann, and I am joined by James Watson in the commentary box. Our coverage all season on ASN is brought to you by NordVPN. NordVPN, your gateway to online freedom and security. Protect your digital privacy with military-grade encryption, browse the web anonymously, and access your favorite content from anywhere in the world. Receive 63% off a 2-year plan at NordVPN.com/ASN TV USA. Also, our cameras for the entire season are provided by TrackCam22.com. Finally, our intro music is produced by our own Alex Abetti. So, as we move on to the feature event, I think we all came to watch here. What's your predictions, James? We got a little bit of a, tiny bit of a shakeup, like I think we could have predicted, but nothing too crazy. Been any wild predictions here?
I don't know, man. It's hard to say what's gonna happen simply because of turn 1, like we saw the pole sitters multiple times. It just turned in just a little too early and wreak havoc, and then we saw it a lot in turn 2. So you never know. Someone towards the back of the pack could see all that had happening and just drive right around it. Like, there's no telling what's gonna happen with this.
Yeah, it seems like this is almost more tricky than, like, getting your line down is more tricky than a normal rallycross track, because Like, if you turn in too early on any of the corners, you're either hitting a wall or a massive berm that is sending you. Unlike some of the Rallycross tracks where if you just clip a little bit of one of the blue turtles, it'll kind of upset your car a little bit, but it's not going to ship your car like it does here. So definitely an eye to keep on that, and especially, like you said, the turn 1 there, we've seen it bite multiple people. Turn 1 and turn 2 there on that right-hander. The only right-hand corner we have tonight. That one seems to be catching more people off guard than turn 1. I think it's because we're also, you almost have to turn the car while you're in the air, so trying to get that down. And this is just something we're not used to running. We only do these endurance runs twice a season, and we kind of alternate between 4 of them, so you're only really seeing these tracks once or 2 times a year at the most. So, like Crandon next week. Crandon's, we got 2 different versions. We'll be using the long version next week, the full course, so that should be an entertaining race for everybody. And there we get the land rush start, so that'll be a fun time.
May God have mercy on our souls.
I'll say, if you had to pick anyone tonight, who would you pick to take home the victory, you think, there, James?
I mean, you could always make the chalk picks of Clog and Palacio starting on the front row, but the badge cars, they've been having serious speed tonight. All 3 of them qualifying 1, 2, 3, so they could very well make some noise here.
Yeah, I think Sawyer, he knows he needs to have a good night just to kind of capitalize on a little bit of lacking of pace from Mertz. He has to start P6 tonight in the feature, so we'll see if he's been sitting top of the charts pretty much all day long, so he's a 10th up on Clog here and a little bit of warm-up we got going on. But Clog, Palacio, and Kapling are sitting 2, 3, 4, and they're starting 1, 2, 3. So Sawyer's gonna have to do some quick work to make sure he's kind of in the mix between them. So it should be a really entertaining race. The whole field in this warm-up is within a second of each other, so really nice tight field speed-wise. You got any drivers you kind of, besides our top 2 points guys, or anyone you want to keep an eye on here that could possibly upset something?
Well, I know you mentioned in not our top 2 points guys, but I'm really curious to see what Mertz is going to do. You know, he's starting towards the back, not usually where we're used to him being. I'm curious to see how he's going to cut through the pack, avoid the chaos, and try to keep any potential losses to a minimum. See what he can do damage control wise.
Yes, I think the ringer of Grady, super quick, starting P9. We'll have to watch him kind of slice through the field here as we got our lineup forming with Josh Clog and Marcus Palacio on the front row, and Eric Kaplinger and Devin Hughes on the row number 2, Dan Carrito and Brian Sawyer on row 3, Josh Mertz and JP DeFino on row 4, and then Tom Grady and Robbie Kirtley will take up your back row here. So 10 cars, 10 laps, no jokers. Keep that one in mind. So we're just waiting on Robbie Kirtley here, it looks like. So got no strategy to deal with, just pure pace. Pure just keeping your cars. This Curley does not join the grid.
Pit lane start.
So we're probably going to pit lane start here, so we'll see. His pace truck will be pulling off here as we are green here in Wild West. Up the hill for the first time. Mark's looking up the inside of Carrito. 3 wide in the back of the pack.
Oh.
Bouncing. Oh.
Whoa.
Sawyer gets turned around a little bit.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
As we add to the flip count.
Oh, no. Oh, man. That is.
Corritto unfortunately gets sent into the pit lane.
Oh, my. Wow.
A little bit of a replay there of what happened. Oop. As Kaplinger hits the inside wall, so Sawyer is going to try to jump up. And unfortunately, no, that's Grady. Sawyer's even farther back. So the one thing that Sawyer needed absolutely backfires on him.
Yeah, wow. It's going to be great damage control for Mertz, and he didn't even have to do anything.
Now we got the top 2 of Clog and Palacio running away from the field. And then Mertz, Hughes, Kaplinger. So 2 JC Simsport cars and 2 Vag cars. Kaplinger and Grady. Obviously, we know the pink cars are the faster cars. We have contact between Hughes and Mertz.
More friendly fire.
Ooh, Kaplinger looks up the inside of Hughes there.
Oh my goodness!
The inside wall. It's like 2 laps in a row. So Grady
front
jumps
straight,
up
Devin. Go. I'll give you it.
But wait, look at Sawyer. Where?
Mertz runs wide, looking to let Hughes go. Sawyer's already driven up to the back bumper of these guys.
Yeah, like a lap ago, we didn't even see him in the same straightaway, and look at that, he's caught completely up.
He just ran a 48.9. That man is on a mission.
Oh my goodness.
As these guys are all battling, running 50-second lap times. Yeah, Sawyer ran a 48.9. Just a man on a mission, and then we have a battle for the lead here.
We have a 2-way battle for the win, and then a 5-way battle for the final step on the podium. Look at this! It's like we're on pace laps again, single file.
And that final step for the podium is between 2 teams. As Grady
right now, it just feels like I'm 18 all over again. Oh my God!
He's going to try to make his cars as wide as humanly possible.
The JC, I just love Mertz looking and seeing the same copy of 3 copies of the same car. Oh my goodness.
Kaplinger into the wall a little bit. Yeah, I was just thinking that, just seeing like a sea of pink behind him. Just Pepto-Bismol's.
What kind of Kirby game are we playing?
There's Palacio about 2 car lengths up the back bumper of Clog up front, so we're not missing anything there at the moment. And then Hughes is able to separate himself off of Mertz a little bit. As Mertz is just making, like I said, making his car as wide as humanly possible, just being fast enough. And trying to do the best Ryan Newman impression he possibly can here. There's just a sea of pink behind him.
Again, there's so many double entendres they can make.
Contact. Grady trying to push the issue here. See if he can go around the outside. Or, a little bit of a bumper. Honestly, I think that helped Josh. I think Josh was going to over-rotate, and then it pushed him out so he didn't clip the wall.
Yeah, and the force of the bump just kind of shot the car forward like a mini speed boost, like a drift turbo Mario Kart.
As Grady's got to watch out behind him, the team owner there, Sawyer, right in the back bumpers. Grady looking around the outside here up the hill. Contact. Let's give Sawyer get the
right side around my. Oh, what a corner! Oh goodness! Oh, they're all over the place! Oh!
Oh, as Grady goes around and 2 for 1 for Sawyer. Oh.
Oh no! Oh!
Clip. We got the replay here, and we're back live now. Just Sawyer's able to capitalize, run away a little bit.
Wow. Yeah, I brought up Mario Kart earlier. Like, did Bryan get the bullet bill? Because I have no idea how he even fought back.
Like I said, he ran a 48.9. That was like a half a second faster than anyone in qualifying. Like, that man was flying.
Like, he was slaloming down, entering turn 2, ping-ponging, not even on the same straightaway as everyone, and just, wow, what a comeback drive.
Yeah, he literally ran a 48.9, a 49.2. He ran a 50.1 in traffic, and then a 49.4 and a 49.4. Like, the man is on a mission.
Yeah.
Because now he gets to go get the other JC Synsport car in the field of Devin Hughes, who's separated himself, as now a cracking battle up front with 3 to go here. Palacio, I think he's just kind of going to school a little bit, trying to find where he's better on clog. These two running super quick lap times. Palacio ran a 49.1 that last lap.
Ooh, nice corner by Marcos.
Yeah.
He caught up a little bit.
Definitely got the speed there. Oh, well, Mertz is around. I wonder what happened there. Oh, he caught the
oh my
wall.
Wow.
So now that'll move him down to 7th. I think he's gonna be behind Grady there. He's got to watch out. He may fall even farther. Whoop.
Oh no, this isn't gonna end well. Crossover from Tom coming up.
Yep.
It's on. It's on. Josh is gonna have the run, but Tom's coming back. Oh man.
Played smart here.
Great corner by Grady. Wow. The textbook.
Good corner there by Mertz too to pull up the back bumper. See if he's got anything for him. Almost does it again.
Yeah. Whoa. Tom nearly touched the inside wall again. Wow. This went from a great damage control moment for Mertz to the opposite of a great damage control moment.
Yeah, as we've taken the white flag, is Palacio a little bit of a cross up as runs wide there here on the replay. Just kind of overshot it, but he's pulled up to the back bumper of clog here.
Yeah, I wonder if that extra momentum he got from that wider entry really helped. Because yeah, he have that.
Very much possible. Clog rounding up the back straightaway here for the final time. Ooh, Palacio runs really wide there on the entry of the final corner. As Josh Clog will pick up our feature win here at Wild West.
Nice.
And then Marcus Palacio, P2.
Nice space, Devin.
And Devin Hughes will be on the 3rd step of the podium, I believe, for the first time. Sawyer 4th, Kaplinger, and Tom Grady P6, and Josh Mertz, our point leader, P7. And the battle of the teammates back here, JP DeFino will edge out over Dan Carrito. And then Robbie Kirtley DNSing here for our first endurance round.
Yeah, everyone had to endure a lot that one.
Yeah, that was a great battle by the top 2. I'll have to say they super clean. They didn't do anything too crazy. And just put pressure on each other. And Josh Clog was the best one here today. Kept it clean. Didn't let any of the mistakes happen. As we're gonna wait for get the points all updated, and I don't honestly I don't see any of our podium in our lovely Discord. Let's see if we can pull Bryan or maybe our top 2 in points. As we're kind of Getting things here. Hey there, Brian. You got us?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
So we do not have any of our podium. Figure we'll talk to some of our points protagonists. First off, kind of talk us through our race here. A little bit of a crazy start, and then you just came like flying up through the field like a missile. A 48.9 on lap 2 there, sir?
Yeah, the start was chaos. I got touched. I was just collateral damage from another incident, and I was just trying to get it straight, and I just kept getting hit on either side. I was like, I'm just being ping ponged. I was like, oh, the race is over then. But turns out it wasn't. Nice run back through the field, running pretty close with my guys. So we were talking the whole time. So it was nice.
Yeah, as you're able to kind of run through that kind of big group there between your team and the JC Simsport team. Any thoughts on that whole kind of battle and skirmish going on?
Yeah, we were looking at the times all night. We knew we were faster than Josh, just finding the points where he was going to make the mistakes, and all of us get past him. Looked like him and Tom had an incident at one point where I squeaked by both of them, but then Eric and I don't know what happened. I think he spun himself later on, and then the rest of the team got on by. So pretty happy about that.
Yeah, James, you got anything for our points contender?
Yeah, how did you make that comeback? Because I noticed lap 1 coming out of 3, like you weren't even in camera shot, and then literally the next lap you were caught back up to the main pack. That was a heck of a comeback. How did you pull that off?
Eric likes to tell me there's a skinny little pedal on the right, and you just press it real down, real far down.
Yeah, you press that.
I was just pushing it and just making sure I was hitting my points. A lot of handbrake on this track, really contrary to most RX tracks. So just a lot of little touches just to set the turn right and find the right runoff points.
Yeah, you definitely pressed the right pedal all the way down. Impressive.
Yeah. Big shout out to the newest member of our team, Tom, who showed me how to fix turn 4, because apparently I sucked at it the other day.
Is anyone else would like to thank to get you on a good recovery for tonight?
My wife, my mom, my teammates, Jim Jones. I don't know, and we're all good.
Thank you, and we'll see you. Right. We will see you at our home race of Crandon.
Oh yeah, catch y'all later, guys. Have a good night.
Yep. As we will have a chat with our P3. And maybe. As we're still dealing with some Discord issues. Yeah. As while we're waiting here, James, oh, never mind. Hey there, Devin, you got us?
Yep.
Congrats on getting P3. Is this your first time on the podium for the lights?
Thanks. It's actually not. Iowa was my first
okay.
podium, which was actually my debut race in NASA.
So, second podium, first one of the season here. Kind of talk us through your race there. You had a pretty good battle there between you and your team owner Josh, and then the 3 pink cars. Talk us through on you being able to get up on the podium again.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be on the podium. I probably should have had like 2 or 3 podiums at this point, but just silly mistakes by me just cost me podiums. So to have a clean race and get on podium is really good. And yeah, it was really funny seeing Josh in the back in my mirror. Just he was being hounded by 3 pink cars, and it was really funny.
As James, you got anything for podium getter?
Yeah. when you were able to get by all the chaos, were you at all nervous trying to make sure that you hit your marks and not clipping any of the inside walls and keeping all of those bright pink cars behind you?
To be honest, I wasn't worried about my pace, so I knew I could keep them behind. Obviously they're like very fast guys, but my pace here has been really good. It was really just track management at that point, because this track it's so easy to run the car into the wall, especially as it grips up.
As anyone you'd like to thank for you getting P3 on the podium?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Josh Mertz for letting me race for the team, and I'd like to thank you guys for the broadcast.
Absolutely, we love what we do here. As hope to see you again on the podium in Crandon. Can't wait to chat with you some more.
Hopefully, thank you.
Thank you. As we will look at the points here. There's a little bit, I believe that's about a 10-point gain there for Bryan Sawyer to Josh Mertz. Mertz still holds on to the point lead. Josh Klug, the big mover there, pulling up to 2 points.
Yeah, wow, this is starting to become maybe a 3-horse race in the championship fight.
Very well could be, depending on what happens in Crandon. I think that might be one of the really pivotal races. If Mertz is able to hold on to the 20-point lead after Crandon, I think he could very much. It could either set himself up to have a pretty decent buffer, or otherwise he's really going to have to make sure he maximizes points for the last 2 rounds in Iowa and IRP. As we will go through what's going on, the sports car series is off. They finished up their season last week at Fuji. Congratulations to Savan Ragster on the title for that one. Tomorrow night, the Overwatch Specialty NASA Rallycross Challenge, round 7, will be here at Wild West. Contenders will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then Supercars will be at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then, like I said, next week, NASA Rallycross Lights will be on November 19th. That's the wrong date. Someone did not update my list. Will be the 26th. Will be at Crandon, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that. I'm not sure if that's the first time we've used a long course or the second time. It's been a pretty long time since we've used a long course at Crandon. We've always usually used the short course, so looking forward to that. Looking forward to running on that for myself in the contenders race. As we'd like to thank, our coverage tonight was brought to you by NordVPN. For up to 63% off a 2-year plan, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. Our cameras for the entire season are provided by TrackCams22.com. And finally, our intro music is produced by our own Alex Abetti. Like what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, follow the Automotive Sports Network for all of our coverage. And if you want to race with us, all the info is at nasasimracing.com. Get some final thoughts here from James and then myself, then we'll sign off. So, what did you think of the whole thought tonight?
Yeah, I thought tonight was pretty clean, all things considered. You know, we've all been around the off-road side in iRacing a long time. We've all seen some spicy turn 1 moments here at Wild West, but we really didn't get many of those. At most, they were all like innocent contact from just turning in a little too early. Like there was no air raid sirens going off, like no ridiculous dive bombs, like a lot of clean and fair racing, and you know that's what you love to see week in and week out.
Yeah, I think it really shows that, like I said in the beginning of the night, that the endurance rounds can really shake up. We've seen it throughout the Pioneer days on NR. We've seen it. Well, we see it here on iRacing. It really tends to shake up. You don't have the asphalted dirt. You don't have the strategy like normal Rallycross. So just making sure you put down good fast laps and trying to keep it clean. And then also you're out front, like making sure you have a good starting placement, especially on like this race where you're separated by a good 5, 10, 15 car lengths, so the car's farther back behind you. So you already had a pretty big advantage. Now next week for the land rush, that's gonna be a different story. But so looking forward to just kind of the shakeup of everything. This is where points can be won or lost. We saw our main top two. At first, we thought Sawyer was going to have a good points night, and then we thought he wasn't, and Mertz was going to be able to actually extend his points lead, and then it shook up all again in the same race, and we didn't have jokers or anything like that. So definitely one of my favorite styles we have here, because I believe I've won the Endurance Cup a couple times, so a little bit biased, but they're super fun. It's different. It's always fun to have something different on the schedule. So, as the checker flag falls on the evening, from all of us on the Auto Motorsports Network, from Josh Mertz, Philip Kraus, Victor Vallee, Justin Robichaux, Jess Burkowski, Bryan Sawyer, Chad Erdmann, James Watson, Jared Lott, and I'm Cody Erdmann. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage from the NASA Rallycross Lights tonight from Wild West. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the supercars at the same circuit. But until then, good night, everyone.